Patrick Murphy, if you're watching this, man, this is for you. Patrick Murphy, you suck. If anyone tells me I missed a spot, they're getting banned. If a professional painter comes in, comments and says I'm using the wrong roller or I'm painting wrong, they're also banned. I hate painting so much. Oh, now I can rest easy. You guys won't comment on the damn floor, all right? It's painted now. And yes, I sound mad because I've been tired of reading the comments. Red Panda, paint the damn floor. So now, I guess I'll just update you guys. My next step is to get a shelf that I've been wanting to put here for my open air rigs. And my kid is running across the floor. It's definitely loud when he runs across. Anyways, I have a few things I want to add in here. I've already ordered some like LED, like not fluorescent lighting, but normally the long tube LEDs. I'm going to be putting them all across along the ceiling here so I can get more light. As you guys can see, it's just, you know, I can see shadows obviously coming from that one light, and my camera has a hard time auto-focusing because it's dark over here. So I ordered these like I think 4-foot or 8-foot LED lights that can be like connected together, and I'm just gonna put a line all the way across each side here. I'm also wanting to do LED lighting on this room as well, the storage room. So I'm probably gonna take out these little ceiling lights here and then utilize the power hardwire for the LED lights to go across all along here and just brighten this place up so that I can have enough lighting for, obviously when I vlog in here, it should be a lot better. So yeah, it's feeling good in here. Next steps, basically the shelf, lighting, and I want to run 240 volt 30 amp, another plug over here, okay? So right above my shelf. Already have the networking. Some of you guys may have saw my vlog last time, so that's just gonna go simply a middle shelf right here. And then I do wanna run another 240 volt 30 amp into the crawl space, okay, which is on the other sides behind my server rack. So I'll probably have to run networking as well. Just one 30 amp, 240 volt, and a single network cable, so I can run some rigs on the other side. You guys may have saw that vlog. It's just a big open crawl space. I don't have anything in there. I'm planning on painting that as well. Same color here with the concrete paint. And oh, there goes my kid again. He's still stomping. So a few of you asked Red Panda, or some of you that are contractors were like, Red Panda, you should put like insulation or, you know, something to kind of have that barrier, not only for sound, but maybe for heat. And so I definitely agree with a lot of you guys that told me to, you know, we should put some insulation board or something like right here, right? But there is kind of an issue. I don't know if it's an issue for some, but most of the power, all right, as you guys can see, the cabling here has been run right below this stud, right? So I don't know how putting foam board will work. You guys can give me some ideas, but you know, I don't want to like drop the ceiling, you know, much more, as it is pretty it is pretty low in here. I think these are, what, 8-foot ceilings or less, so it's not that high. So to be honest, I'm just thinking of keeping it open like this because, you know, in the future or maybe in the next couple months, I'm still gonna be needing to run cables and whatnot, so I don't think I'm gonna be putting up, you know, insulation board or anything under here, as I don't really mind the sound, the walking, the stomping upstairs as much. Obviously, if I'm recording videos and my kid is running right above me where I'm, you know, maybe doing some stuff on my test bench for like live streams, then that's gonna suck, obviously. So maybe on this side, I don't know if I could somehow get some, I don't know, some noise dampener stuff to put up here and absorb the sound, and then maybe put insulation board or something. I don't know. That's in the future. I honestly don't really care about that right now. I think the biggest thing for me is to get power run, all right, as well as 120 volt outlets for some areas, and just start getting my mining rigs here because it's really cold. I know some of you guys may be wondering where my L7 is, and if you haven't watched that video, I'm actually in the process of making that video right now of mining the L7 at my other basement because it's just too loud, right? I don't want to mine with that thing here as I've been able to hear it upstairs. Okay, so that's another issue of having the sound traveling through the floorboards here and then through the padding of the laminate underneath and then the laminate flooring. So really not much from this floorboard here up to upstairs, so sound travels pretty good through there. Okay, and then I wanted to talk about, I know some of you guys had some reservations regarding heat, and I do as well. Right now it's obviously wintertime, it's extremely cold in here right now as I don't have that L7 anymore, you know, mining away, producing that, you know, 3,300 watts of heat. And so I in the winter time, yes, I am wanting to put some mining rigs here, get them all going and stuff, and just heat up this whole area, including my, you know, garage and the other garage over there. But then this is where a lot of you guys were like, hey, Red Panda, what about summertime? You know, what about when the times start getting really hot? How am I going to be able to, I don't know, extract the heat out of here? And honestly, since this is my own place and I don't have HOA, strata, none of that stuff, I can do whatever the heck I want now. So I have plenty of windows and I have plenty of, I don't know, maybe methods to make a hole to the outside. Maybe, I don't know, need to make a hole on here, or simply just pump all the heat that's being produced over here eventually, once I have my mining rigs here, through the HVAC. We've talked about this before, going through the ducting into the crawl space, and then out in the crawl space, actually, there are a few like windows, not windows, but little like exit ports. If I can maybe funnel some heat, like get some tubing and then put it out to those little window vents outside, that might be a solution to, you know, help with when summertime comes in here. Or some of you guys mentioned that, Red Panda, on the other side here, I could just simply cut, you know, like a circle and put like an inline fan there to extract some heat out that way as well, and then just put like plastic or metal ducting to vent out as well. But as well, to be honest, I'm able to maybe cut, you know, some vents out here to the outside as well, or just simply utilize my windows. I mean, that's another thing as well. So I have many possibilities of making vents, making holes, whatever I want to do to extract the heat out of here. So I don't think I'll have any issue of trying to extract heat, as I'll have many different methods to do that, and you guys can give me some opinions, as I have a lot of room now and I have a lot of power and I'm able to do whatever the heck I want here, really. Like, honestly, I have so much room now to do what I want, and projects and just fun stuff that you guys know, and I've just been vlogging, just trying to vlog everything that I can, especially up in my studio. And yeah, I'm gonna be upgrading that 120 volt 20 amp to a slimline, like dual pole 240 volt 20 amp Siemens breaker, and they do make them like a slimline. So I'm able to, I'm sorry, I wish I could go closer, but I just painted this. I'll be able to take out that existing 120 volt 20 amp breaker, replace that, put the two hots into the new 240 volt slimline 20 amp breaker. All right, that goes to my office, which is a dedicated 12 gauge wiring, which I have in every single room. All right, this is what I wanted. Basically I have 2 circuits in every room, a 120 volt 15 amp and then a 120 volt 20 amp. just power everywhere, because I just said to myself, you know what, I may need to put a mining rig in every single room. And yeah, you know what, since it's been like snowing and stuff, I do need to add more mining rigs upstairs because it's actually been pretty cold. So some of you guys may have seen that video recently where I said my wife needs some heat, and so I just put some mining rigs and some gold shell ASICs upstairs, and those are nice and quiet, except for my 3070 Ti rig, which utilizes those HP server PSUs. So that rig is actually, you know, kind of is making some noise. You know what? I'll show you guys. Okay, it's 62 Fahrenheit, just to update you guys on the temperature up in this room here with the 3070 Ti rig mining Ravencoin. And then for my non-US friends, it is 16 degrees Celsius in here. So it's okay, but it's cold. Definitely need to raise the temperature in here a little bit more. Okay, so here is the rig, and you guys can probably hear some noises. So majority of the noise you guys can probably hear is coming from the HP server power supplies. And I'm okay with it, but my wife does hear it and she says, you know, that thing's a little bit loud, and I'm like, well honey, that's the best we can do. And she's like, no, you gotta make it quieter. So I guess a solution I could do, which would kind of suck because I'd have to rewire everything because I'm using HP server PSUs for these 3070 Ti's, is to use regular ATX power supplies, right? The, like, I would say like 1200 watt or 850 watt power supplies. I can get 2 of them and just replace these 1200 watt HP server PSUs in order to make it quieter, of course. So I'll probably attempt that in another video to make this rig quieter just because of the power supplies. But the GPU fans and the GP risers, 120 mil LED fans, they don't produce that much noise at all. I think I have the fans at like what, 50 or 60% are broken anyway. As you can see, this 3070 Ti has 2 of the fans dead, so gonna have to replace that. Anyways guys, that's it for this vlog. I'm gonna be focusing on getting more rigs into my house here because it's still pretty cold, even though I have this. I have the LT light and the HS light on in the house, and that's actually not enough anymore because the temperatures have dropped outside. So you'll see another video of me getting open air rigs all set up, and I'm gonna start bringing those over here. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Let me know your thoughts. Have a good one. Peace out.